Peace and salutations to the world. This is Anthony Mullen Jr. here with the Sports Hit List. On this side, we have Greg. On this side, we have Carl. And we're here to settle this big debate of, is James Harden a bum?
Not overrated, but a bum.
Not a bum. Not overrated, but a bum.
If I said overrated or a bum, you'd still come attack me.
Yeah,
So
okay, guys. Okay.
It doesn't make a difference what I say.
We're gonna get.
Oh, no, it does.
Speaking of that, now, Carl, let's start with you. Define what you mean by a bum, or
He's playing.
are you saying it literally, figuratively?
I'm
like,
saying
what
it
are you
in the
saying?
figuratively sense. My point is this: is that as a basketball fan, superstars are supposed to play up to their potential when the game matters the most and close out games. That's my whole point. There are times, and I'm not saying that players don't have bad games. I understand players have bad games. They're not perfect. Everyone is off their game where it comes to whatever they do in their careers. But numerous times, not once, not twice, maybe 3 or 4 times you can count the times that James Harden hasn't showed up when his team needs him the most. Recently, last year in the 2017 NBA Western Conference semifinals against the San Antonio Spurs, they were missing their 2 best players. James Harden was a no-show. So for that sense, if you're talking in terms of the regular season, I'm not going to sit here and accuse him of being a bum. But when it came to the playoffs and the matter of seeing him in that game, he looked like a bum to me.
So you're saying basically majority of the time in the playoffs, because that's what counts to you.
Yes.
He's either a no-show or has bad games, and it overwhelms the times that he actually does show up.
Right. Yes, it does, because in the sense of before you're an NBA champion, we sit here and we critique players for games that they have, no matter what they do, no matter what sport it is.
Right.
We sit here, we break down, and we critique and say, well, this player didn't show up, and if it's any other player, and if I know he's going to throw out there and throw out other players, if this is Kobe Bryant in James Harden's situation,
right,
we'll condemn him. Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all you need to say.
Unjustly.
You'll condemn him. If
Unjustly.
this is LeBron James, do we condemn him? Yes or no?
You would.
Unjustly.
You would too. Everyone does it. Everyone. That's my point. Is that
Disclaimer: I don't think it's justified that we criticize a player for a team stat, which is wins and losses. I think you should.
But
you have a point, because James Harden doesn't show up sometimes, so he should be criticized
So that's
for
what I'm
that.
saying, is that
But a
being
player who
criticized
shows
to me.
up shouldn't be criticized for being the leader of a losing
To me,
team.
we place a lot of emphasis on the NBA playoffs. And I've said it before, I say it again, and this time I'll say it to you in your face, because I've said it to you in the WhatsApp. And now you'll get a chance to listen.
Now, Greg.
Now you will listen, not read it, but you'll listen.
Now that you have listened.
But I'm not. Hold on.
Let him finish.
Kenny Smith said it best. In the regular season, you make your name. In the playoff, you do what? You make your fame. James Harden hasn't done that yet.
Okay.
So from that aspect of me figuratively saying that he's a bum and you taking it to the literal sense, you could go ahead and take it for every sense you want to. But I'm telling you, in a figurative manner, he's played like a bum in the playoffs, and I'm going to call you a bum.
So first off,
ahead, Greg.
let's have a little English lesson, because you just said in a figurative sense, but meant it literally. You literally just said that into the camera. I think he's a bum.
I say he plays like a bum in the playoffs.
He plays
Where did I
like-
say that? Listen,
He
that's what I just
plays
said.
like a bum in the playoffs.
That's what I said. Yeah, I did.
So what you're telling me is you
In the regular
believe
season, he's
he
fine.
plays like a bum. This is not a discussion about the regular season.
Oh, it's not.
This is all about the
So that means you
playoffs.
can't bring it up then. It's not a regular
Wait,
season
what?
discussion. You can't bring up the regular season.
I wasn't planning on it.
Trying
Okay,
to kill
just
your
making
points
sure, because
Nah.
because from your debates you say he finished second in the MVP voting in the
Listen,
what?
listen.
In the what? What did you just
Listen.
say off camera? You did not say that.
Hold on.
You did
Why
say
are you
that, right?
taking the off-camera debate?
No,
I
but-
haven't even hit you with what I was
Go
about to hit
ahead.
you with.
I'll let you
so
finish. Go
let's
ahead.
get back to the English discussion, because clearly you seem to miss some points. We're not speaking Creole here.
Okay.
All right. Again, in the figurative sense, you would mean maybe he's not really a bum, but maybe he has bad games, right? But you are emphatically saying he plays like a bum in the playoffs, which means you literally believe that. All right? On top of that,
Does he not play like a bum in the playoffs?
Thank you
though?
for proving my point.
But answer my question, though. Answer my question. Does he not play like
it's
a
my
bum?
turn to speak.
Okay, go
so
ahead.
you're gonna let me finish.
Go ahead, finish.
Then you said majority, which would mean most games. But then at the same time, you said there's like 3 or 4 games. So which one is it? Is it the majority of the time, or is it 3, 4 games that you could pick
That's what
out?
I was asking. Is it
where-
an overwhelming?
Where you can say he didn't show up. Now, back to my numbers that I have for you here, and your favorite player Paul Pierce.
Okay,
who
so
you
this is an attack.
Rarely,
Go ahead, please.
rarely, you can call it attack all you want, but facts
It
are
is an
facts.
attack. It clearly is an
Alright.
attack because you could have chosen any other
No,
player
no,
in the
no,
league.
you're
out of
right.
400
I
players.
chose Paul
You
Pierce
chose
on
Paul
purpose.
Pierce.
But
Go
let's
right ahead,
let's see
please.
if you would define these performances
Because-
as a superstar performance or a bum
First of all,
performance.
Paul Pierce was never considered a superstar, but go ahead.
But your
Never
favorite
considered
player.
him I can never consider him a
He's not-
superstar.
he's
He
not
was a
superstar.
star in the league,
He
though.
was a star in the league.
Okay.
Just like James Harden.
He was
He's
the
not a
best
superstar.
player on his
James
team.
Harden's not a superstar?
No, he's not a superstar.
Hold on,
He's a
hold on,
star
wait,
in the
that's
league.
a different debate. Was he not the best player on your team?
Yes, he
Okay.
was the best player.
All right, thank you.
Fine.
That's all I need. May 12th, 03, Game 4. When they need him the most, what did he do? He shot 29% from the field, right? He shot 1 for 4 from 3. He got most of his points from the line.
That's horrible.
All right, that was a closeout. He's down 3-0. Your team needs you the most, and you couldn't
27
buy a
points.
basket. Oh, now, but when Harden does it, it's a problem.
I never said it was a problem. How many points did James Harden have in his closeout game, though? That's my point. How many did he
That
have?
you named one closeout game where he had 11
Okay.
points. One. All right. Game 3, where he was even needed. I think Game 3 was at home. Don't quote me on that. But he shot 8 for 22.
Okay.
Paul Pierce is supposed to be your
What was his
go-to
total?
guy. 23.
Okay.
Minus 21 while he was on the floor, though.
Okay.
Antoine Walker, your second best player in those same 2 games. 3 for 15. 7 and 9. Next game, 6 for 17.
Bums.
I mean, by your definition,
Bums.
They're bums.
They played like
Wait,
bums.
Wait. Played like bums and calling someone
So
an
would you
outright bum.
categorize his whole as a
No,
bum
wait,
or
there's more.
Who,
There's
Paul
more.
Pierce's
Hold-
playoff career?
No,
I'm
He's
asking.
an NBA champion.
No,
He's an
no,
NBA Finals
no,
MVP.
no. You're not gonna do that
Why not?
because I'm telling you right
Well,
now.
you're going to 2005. Right. Go ahead.
05,
Go right ahead.
2 for 11. Where is he?
What game?
Game 1.
Game 1.
against
Okay.
the Pacers.
Where are the other 3 games?
All playoff games.
Where are the other 3 games?
Okay,
That's
but-
not a closeout game.
So
That's
it's
not,
not
what I'm
only
talking about.
all playoff games matter.
Okay.
All playoff games matter.
Okay, game 1. What did you do in game 2? You didn't look that up,
No,
did you?
no, I
All
did look it up.
What did you do in game 2?
I'm not talking about game 2
But you
right
see,
now.
that's what I'm
no,
saying.
No,
But
no,
did
no,
you but
no,
did you bring
but
up James Harden other games?
every game? No, you said I'm pointing out 4 or 5 games the same way you said James Harden had 3 or 4 bad games. And in 09, in a closeout game, Paul Pierce shot 4 for 13 and had 16 points and 1 for 5 for 3.
against who?
I forgot who. The
Orlando.
Magic.
Yeah. And what was his total there?
16 points.
He was already an NBA champion. That's my
It doesn't.
point. It does
So why
matter
are
to
you
me.
absolving him in the
I'm
playoffs?
absolving him because for the simple fact
No,
that he's
that's-
won already. James
no.
Harden hasn't won anything yet.
No.
And he's pulled off the
No,
disappearing
but
act
you're
more
no,
times
no,
than
no.
before.
You're calling him a bum based on individual stats.
And I wasn't calling him a bum in 2012. Was I
Carl,
saying that?
Are you
Were we
not
saying
calling
that,
him
though?
a bum based on individual games?
Okay, let's talk about that though.
Yeah.
Also, let's talk about his performance in the finals. Some people hold that against him also.
But Greg doesn't hold that against him.
Would you say?
Who, James Harden?
Yeah,
when he
James
was
Harden,
with OKC.
When he was with OKC.
That whole team was
Yeah,
young.
he was-
like that. I don't hold that against that entire team.
He was a
like,
sixth
they
man.
They were a solid team. You knew they were going to be good in the long run, but they weren't ready for that.
So
But
that's
my
what-
point
okay.
is, you can't then go to a team stat like rings when you start calling him a bum based on individual performances.
I'm just telling you that his individual performances for what he's supposed to be as an
And
MVP
what was
candidate.
Paul
he
Pierce
doesn't play.
supposed to
All right,
be?
now I have a
Paul Pierce
question.
was never an MVP candidate.
No, he was. But I have
he
another.
wasn't.
I
What
have
year?
another question. I have another question. Do you think James Harden can overcome being a bum to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
If he
so
shows
right
up
now he's a bum to you is because he
in
hasn't
the
shown.
postseason, yes.
So
Okay.
you absolve Paul Pierce of having really horrible
I did
individual.
not. What did I just say when you
just
asked me?
absolved him.
What did I say when you asked me about his game? What did I say? He played like a bum. Did I?
You-
not
no,
say
no,
that?
no.
Yes, I did.
That's
I said
very
that
different.
But is he a
That's
bum, though?
very different.
What-
than
it's
he
not a
is
matter
a
of is
bum.
he, it's not a matter
yes,
of
it
was
is.
he, because he has
Yeah,
already won a champion and proved
You
himself
just
in
changed
the
your
postseason.
whole
So James-
argument,
won.
bro. You
So
just
what, he
changed your
proved
whole
himself.
argument.
So
I
James,
changed
so
my
James
argument.
Harden isn't a bum. He plays like a bum at the wrong times.
He's a bum in the playoffs. I
No,
don't want to- yes,
you-
he is.
Well, so you called him a
Count it,
bum.
I win.
So you called him a bum.
What do you mean?
You did call him a bum.
Who? Call who a bum?
You
James
just
Harden?
James Harden.
Yes, he
Everybody
played-
heard that.
Yes, I did. What?
No, because you
This
keep.
is the whole argument.
Right.
though. This is
You
the
keep
whole
changing
debate.
your argument.
I'm not changing my argument.
Yes, you are.
He
You
plays
don't
like a
even
bum, and
realize
he's a bum until he can prove himself in the playoff, and he
What
wins.
bucket you
Okay,
get? You're not getting
I
no
understand
buckets
it.
right now.
Sure.
I understand
You
it.
understand? He understands it. You don't. That's the problem.
No, you're saying you
don't.
can't.
He's saying he
This
has
is the
room,
issue.
but right now
But
to
this is
him,
the issue.
overwhelmingly, he's not showing
This
up.
is the problem. You have a problem with my definition of what a bum is, and your bum definition is what? Kwame Brown, right? That's your
Yeah,
definition.
yes.
So that means you have for a player who's in the league, he's a bum. But when I call somebody else because he has certain stats, he's not one.
No. You can't.
No, what?
How do you call somebody who is on that team is in that position because of him.
So then what do you call it then?
Bad game.
So it's okay.
The same way
that's
Paul.
it.
You said
it's
Paul.
just a bad game.
You
That's
said
it.
Paul
So he's
Pierce.
not a leader. He can't play
I didn't
when it
say he
matters
was
the most.
I never said he was a leader.
So
Shout out Kevin McHale.
So that doesn't matter.
But you
so
said
he's in
Paul
bad games.
Pierce played like a bum. You never said he was a bum.
'Cause that's
Those
not fair.
words. How is that not fair?
Because you picked my favorite player. I can't do that. You can't
but
do that.
remember,
Hey.
Carl is
You
not biased.
Right.
You can't do that. No,
I
you
rest
can't
my
do-
case.
You can't do
yeah,
that.
shut the mics off. I'm done.
I'm just saying. I
I
have
just
my
owned him
opinion.
on his own
Yes,
set.
I have
So,
my opinion. You
lastly,
can't say my
let's-
opinion.
Whenever you lose a debate, you revert
didn't
to,
lose my
in
debate.
my opinion.
Facts are facts. James Harden
In
doesn't play well in the
summation,
playoffs. That's
in
facts.
summation,
That's facts.
in summation, James Harden doesn't show up for the playoffs.
He doesn't until
He's
he
a
proves
bum.
that. In my opinion, he's a bum in the playoffs.
I
That's
have
it.
no closing arguments. Everything spoke for itself.
So in summation, he's wrong because he won't even call his own favorite player a bum for the same things that James Harden does.
Exactly.
But I just admitted to you that he played like
No,
a bum.
no,
though.
no, no, no.
It's
I
a
did not
difference
know.
from play
No.
like and being.
Yeah.
I
Which is
can
what you're not
like
doing.
I can play like I'm dumb, but that doesn't mean I'm dumb.
You want me to
You're
say that
saying
he was
he's
a bum?
a
Fine,
bum.
he was a bum. There. That's what you want to hear? He was a bum. Does that make you feel better
I
now?
concur.
Does
As a
that
Laker
make you feel
fan,
better?
I
At that
concur.
point
I'm
in
just
time
so
in his
happy
career,
that's on camera.
go right ahead, say it. You
I
want to
concur.
admit that? He played like a bum in those series. That's
No,
fine.
no. Not like a bum. He was a bum.
Fine.
Okay, now we're gonna leave it up to you guys. Is James Harden a bum or is he
Based
not a
on his
bum?
playoff-
Who won this debate? Let us know. Comment, share, like. Thank you.